You're listening to music, I guess. I gotta figure out something because, like, if my computer's doing this whenever I raid, that's GG's. I'm just sick of it. I'm sick of money always being a problem. I'm over it. It's always an issue, man. Always an issue. How many more do I need? 3. Fighter. big speeder. Give me a respawn. I just need one. Come on, bro, just one. That's it. That's our healer, right? Yeah, that's our healer. Dungeon, dungeon, dungeon. We're all doing dungeons. Moldy baloney. Hey, Jimmy. How you doing, brother? One more Elden Ring. They know how to pick winners, I'll tell you that much. Think. Did she? That's funny. That is funny. But yes, it was trash. I didn't watch it. Like I don't gotta watch it to know it was trash. Yeah, it was on another channel, I thought, or something like that. Somebody said, anyways. Wait, what thing? The turning point or the bad bullying? Dude that likes to wear dresses and advocate pedophilia and all that crap. Disgusting human being, man. That's the point, man. That's the point, the brainwashing. To make it seem like it's okay, depopulation, man. Gay people can't have kids together. I mean, that's the whole point behind all of it. Turn the kids gay, no future. Outside of all that jazz. Yeah, dude, that's why I don't watch anything that's on, like, public television, man. Like, anything that's on cable TV, trash. Want nothing to do with it. After everything that I just did, he's still casting fear. Yeah. See, that's the other thing too, man. Like, we have to stop normalizing it. We have to start talking about it and stop being afraid of what people are going to think about us, because that's the problem nowadays, is that, like, people think they're going to get canceled for it. And if they do, good. At least they got canceled for something meaningful, man. The Page Master? Yeah, dude. That's some old school right there. Demolition Man, that's funny that you said that, because yesterday that was playing on my YouTube. What's up? Dude, I need to go back and watch that. It's been so long. I remember the movie pretty well for the most part. I remember it freaked me out as a kid, though. Epstein, yeah. Dude, there's a lot of stuff, man. A lot of stuff in older movies. Again, the way that the world works is that the forces of evil, the devil, and so on and so forth, they have to subliminally put stuff in, or else they can't do it. That's not the agreeance. They have to warn, and if people don't want to believe it or whatever, then that's on them. Conspiracy theory or not, man, like, all of it starts to make sense. Well, I sapped that one, but okay. That's see, that's the thing. That's the thing that you got to pay attention to. You said it's small. Most of the things are small. Most of the things are small, but they have to, Hollywood has to put the stuff in movies and music and TV shows and all that. But people will catch it. People have been discovering this stuff, dude. Going back, watching old stuff, listening to old stuff. I mean, like, holy crap, man. Like, that's crazy. Sometimes it's just right there in front of our faces, too. But if you tell the general public about this kind of stuff, they roll their eyes and say you're a nutcase. What about them? Yeah. Well, I thought I jumped. Cthulhu? Yeah. I mean, dude, if you go back and you look at the Dungeons and Dragons stuff too, man, like the OG Dungeons and Dragons. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm. Mm-hmm. There's look, go down the D&D rabbit hole. If you ever want to learn about it, just go down it. I'm talking the dark, like, how do I put this, man? So a lot of people be like, well, I made this just because, out of the fun of it. When there's dark arts involved behind stuff like witchcraft and hoodoo and voodoo and blah, 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 like all that stuff, man, that's not, the intentions of it wasn't all fun and games. Like, there is, like, legitimate magic, witchcraft, buried deep in the roots of things. Look up, go down the rabbit hole on Dungeons and Dragons. That's why some games I won't play, like, dude, like World of Warcraft, you know, like it's a direct tie to it. But that's why, like, I feel guilty whenever I play certain games or do this and do that. Like, I won't mess with games that, what? Nothing? I won't mess with games that, like, is full of demons and, you know, I don't know, man. I sound like a lunatic, but I mean, well, again, games that have like Ouija boards and stuff in it, no thanks. I don't want it. I want nothing to do with it. Anything that has like summoning Satan and so on and so forth, like, I don't want a part of it. It's just crazy to me too that a lot of people has like turned their backs on me because of that. Yeah. That's good. Good on you though, man. Not everybody has somebody to guide them, you know what I mean? Dude, these rewards are buns. No. See, I was never really into anything. Like, I didn't believe in nothing before Christ. Like, I did not believe in anything whatsoever. So I never, like, I was always a conspiracy theorist, like, ever since I was like 13 or something. Started with RFID chips. And then from there, I just started learning more and more and more. I didn't look into the spiritual aspects of things until 2012, when the quote-unquote veil lifted. Then I started learning about spiritual stuff. Then I started to, like, question, you know, like, is God real? Is Jesus real? Is the devil real? Is demons real? Is blah 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 blah? Is real? But then I got to a point, you know, after I got saved and stuff, that things started to really make sense. Like, I mean, dude, you can watch Star Wars. Star Wars is a prime example, dude, that will teach you, like, good and evil. Those aspects, like, because it is about God and Satan. Like, that is what Star Wars more or less is. And that's where I relate with a lot of people, because a lot of people, they never thought about it that way. But that's, I think that was the intentional design behind, you know, George Lucas whenever Star Wars was made. There's also a deep dive that somebody did on Lord of the Rings, dude. Sauron and, who is, what, in Lord of the Rings, what is their god or goddess or whatever it is? Like, even that, man, like, there's, subliminally, it is in everything that we know. Everything. Power Rangers, even, I mean, man, the list goes on and on and on and on and on. Oh, no, that's fine. Lord of the Rings is mid, in my opinion. Like, the original trilogy, amazing. Love those. Those were good movies. But the other 6 that followed, or the prequels and well, I mean, that's kind of a good thing, because they're very relaxing. Those movies are very, very relaxing. Who set the calls them off?
What is this? Oh, you must forgive me, but I was not expecting company. As you can see, we are somewhat preoccupied right now. But no matter, as I am a gracious host, I will tend to you.
I want to go back and watch Highlander, man. I don't remember nothing about Highlander other than there can only be one.
Exhausted.
My mana is nearly gone. I am low on mana. Choo 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 choo.
Chugga chugga chugga. Choo choo. It's under there, your stuff somewhere. It's there, promise. What is that? What is that? What is that? What kind? I don't want to try. It's actually not. It's not that bad. Ooh, I just don't like that. Why'd that make me have to poop?
Spunk. That's called flavonoids for you.
Let's see. Ow! I hate Ostrich. Seth Halls is pretty dope though. Good loot. Good boss fights. Tons of XP. Be done. This dungeon. Doing the quest or whatever, the escort. It takes a million years to do. It's Charlie Shaheen. She understood the assignment. Cleaner. Too bad all this loot sucks, man. I don't know why they did that with Burning Crusade, to be completely honest. Really do not understand why they did that. So we have enough to get our flying at 70. But now we need to get like 5,000 something more gold. It's going to be rough. Alright, good to the back lectures, and then we're going to go down here. So after I do these, that I don't know if I'm even going to be able to do, to be honest. Wait, is that for... Yes, this is calls over here. Attack power. I mean, yeah, that mask is better, but dude, Tarek's quill is so good. That necklace is dirty. I'll queue, or not queue, but I'll do that after I finish these. I need to quit getting sidetracked. I mean, I gained a fair amount of XP from that dungeon, but questing can be questing is faster unless you have a group who's grinding the way that you're grinding. And dude, the constant dungeon grinds is just so mind-numbing. I get it, it's a faster way for reputation, it's a faster way to make gold, but I have to be doing something to enjoy myself, and like just mindlessly running dungeons is boring. I got gas, it is coming out my... guess, it is blowing out my... Yeah, like, if my wife and I was questing together, dude, like, or just doing anything together, it'd be much more enjoyable, but I have to get this character to max before me and Chelsea plays together.
The Naru have not forgotten us.
Yeah.
Good health.
Kill the one.
Long life.
Terra Tarantula. I don't like that name. I still got about maybe half a level to 3/4 of a level worth of quests to do and McGrand. So I definitely got to keep that in mind. I need to finish killing these stupid birds. Need 10 more. Yeah, questing and stuff is just so much better whenever you go to duo. I want to enable my flag, but it's always going to be 2v1 or 1v2 1v3 whenever it comes to alliance. There's never 1v1. Nice. Like the game's looking out for me. One more. See, the problem is that I'm questing in a level 62, 63 area, and the quest XP is not that good. If I'd go ahead and go to Blade's Edge right now, skip what I'm doing in the Grand, like I'd be getting chunks of XP. Then at 68, move on to Shadow Moon and Nether, then I'd be getting even more. But I don't know. I like to complete stuff before I move on.
What do you need? For the Horde. Go with her.
Tricello? Dude, I got out of combat with you. What are you doing? Creepy spoder. If I was a hunter, I'd get that as a pet. That thing looks cool. The collars. You reapply my poisons. I might be able to solo it. Give the old college try. Ribbit. Why am I not attacking, dude? Jimmy, you gotta grow your beard back out again, dude. Get the mohawk rolling again. Big pimpin'. Big pimpin', spending cheese, sheepy. Big pimpin'. I'm talking like how you had before.
How you doing, man?
Dude, I'm never going to be able to complete this quest. What do you mean? Like dandruff? Oh, what is that that fixes that? There's something that fixes that. My buddy AJ used to use something specific, dude, and it would fix that. Wintertime, I get dandruff real bad. That's my issue. But I just razor shaved.
Hey there. Don't be shy.
Last one that I need is inside. Would you follow me? It's doing the initial quest filling.
Talk to me. You be careful, man. Bye-bye.
Sure, I can do this. What do I gotta do here? I can't move that. Die. Oh. Rather go take out the big guy first. Dude, Jimmy, my computer... Did you get around to watching that video that I sent you? My computer has done that like 4, 5, 6 times today. I'm starting to think it's a failing power supply, man. Yeah, I sent it to Jimby2. So I think your Google phone. It was yesterday when the stream crashed. Dude, it's everything, every diagnostic that I have ran from, everything is pointing to, I mean, you gotta think my power supply is 6 years old. Like, it's pretty old. Well, see, that's what it was doing before when you helped me with everything. Yes, it does it even when OBS isn't on. It does it if I... No games... It's done it whenever I've had literally just Chrome open. Not even YouTube. And so I'm saying, dude, a lot of things aren't making sense. But after running the DCIM stuff and literally doing everything, I've uninstalled and reinstalled my graphics drivers 3 times this week. Booted in safe mode, unhooked the internet. I've done everything that I could possibly do. Yeah. Well, there's something with the 7800 XT GPUs that I read also. So I'll send you a picture real quick. Well, actually, I don't even have to send you a picture. So somebody said from your power supply unit, don't have it daisy chained. Don't daisy chain the power to the GPU. Have 2 separate cords going into, or, you know, from 2 different sections, and don't daisy chain. That'll, or might help. But everything that I'm pointing toward, or everything that I read that's pointing towards, is a failing power supply. Because what I have in here right now is only 800. Yeah, I do, but it's daisy chained. So I just learned what daisy chain meant today. So do you know what it means? So daisy chain means that the cord that comes out, and then it's okay. I'll send you a picture. Hang on. This is daisy chaining. Yeah, I sent it to you. Hey, Stars, how you doing, man? Yeah, but we're talking about the GPU at the moment. But yeah, I guess it would be the same as the hard drives. But somebody was saying with the 7800 XT and up, don't daisy chain those, because where they're such a powerful card that... So if I ran another one of the cables from the power supply, which I don't even think that I have another one, because it's not fully modular, it's partial. So it's like running parallel, or running series instead of parallel. So if I ran 2 of the 4 prongs and plugged them in instead of this one that's, you know, 4 pronged, and then it's daisy chaining off of it for the other one. But yeah, like, I just learned about it. But what Stars said too makes, you know, a lot of sense also, like the hard drive daisy chaining. Or like the RGB lighting for the fans, and, well, your fans in general. But supposedly, literally exactly what Stars just said too, the newer power supply units that are made, I'm assuming the more like modern within the past year or two, the fully modular, you could do more with them. Yeah. You'd think these guys would drop marks to kill Jaden, but they do not. Yeah. I mean, in all reality, though, with my... Oh, this is a thermal take, by the way, the power supply. With it being 6 years old... Wait a minute. 5 years old. It's 5 years old, running on a machine that does not get put to sleep, does never get turned off, other than, you know, like we talked about previously, once a week, maybe, just to restart. Because remember, here's the other reason why I think that it might be. Yeah. Yeah, it's the cords to the power supply. So my microphone, my keyboard, and mouse, as of like the past 2 weeks, they disconnect and reconnect. And the funny thing about that is whenever they do that, that's when the screens turn black. I can still hear audio, but then like the encoders and everything, the GPU stuff crashes. So I'm assuming that that is the culprit. Yeah. Well, I mean, I've always ran on surge protectors too, so I don't know if that has any, like, any positives to it. That motherboard, dude, this is the crappiest motherboard. It's the Asus ROG Strix B550. Remember, I got it right before you and Staris spoiled me. So, a year, maybe, little over a year. But it is one of the worst reviewed motherboards out there. I just reset my CMOS not too long ago. Right before when was that? 2 months ago? Whenever I updated my BIOS. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I've done everything. Everything. I ran Afterburn, like everything is reading okay. Like even the power supply, but it's all pointing towards the motherboard and power supply. Power supply being number one for the loss of, like, you know, power, obviously. But then with it just being a crappy motherboard, no, everything's back to stock. Everything's default. Remember, I never overclocked. I undervolted. No, wait. Yeah, I overclocked the CPU by 2%. But I undervolted the GPU. But now it's all back to normal.
The eternal sun guides us. Remember the sun well.
I got quite a few people who's wanting to help me, man. To get the stuff that I need, but I don't know. Like, I only need 3 things, but those 3 things are expensive. Power supply, motherboard, CPU. Then I dump the parts from this into another PC that I can, like, build for the kids, like schooling and, you know, whatever.
Some.
Dude, that trinket, like, sucked really bad. New trinket. You go here. What does that do? That ain't bad.
Blood and thunder.
That's literally what I was thinking too. Staris, again, dude, I'm sorry. What's the name of the power supply that Madly suggested? I remember flour. Something flour something. And the microphone. Anything USB, actually. Me neither, but Madly said that they're a bestseller at Micro Center or something like that. It's EVGA, their new whatever. Yeah, so these guys, it's like new EVGA or something. I don't know. He was talking about it. I can't remember what he said. Yeah. Wait, EVGA's not making what? Those were always my favorite NVIDIA graphics cards. They were always my #1 favorite. I didn't know that. That's not good. Riku. Damn cat. She's so fat, she can't even hop over the freaking fence, man. Is that why a lot of people started switching to AMD then, or what? I miss the NVIDIA noise cancellation and the video blurring, dude. Did he? Well, whenever I get another power supply, dude, something that I thought of also, I don't know if running 2 GPUs is like a bad idea, but I could run one of the other GPUs in the computer and use it for like OBS, the encoding, preferably an NVIDIA card, but because then I could just do the blurring stuff and not have an issue. Blurred background. And then use the other GPU for a dedicated, like, whatever. Yeah. Oh, Jimmy. I forgot to tell you, dude. I almost called you right as soon as I woke up. So, yeah, I'm probably not going to do anything like that anyways. Yeah. So, our post office, something happened to one of the delivery trucks today, right? The back end of it. I guess a lot of people's, like, packages and stuff was damaged or something. I don't know, but when Chelsea woke me up, she's like, oh, she said so. She's like, I learned about or I heard this about the post office or whatever, but then I fell back asleep and I had a dream that that computer that Jimmy sent or is sending whatever, that it was all in just a bunch of pieces. And I was like, that's literally the first thing that you think about when you wake up is I don't understand the logic in, but I guess a lot of people's stuff got destroyed. But they, when the mail dude came by today, he said that we have packages or whatever at the post office that we need to go pick up or something like that. She's becoming more of a nerd than me though, man. Like, I would have just been all like, it's all right. I don't want to do this. Intel Arc Pro B50 16GB. What's that? I don't know what that is. What? Dude, I don't want to do this. What's happening? I don't want to do an escort quest. Workstation GPU that does power through PCI. What? What? I'm confused. Hmm. No, I was just wondering, like, is it... It's probably not a smart decision on my end. Even in the slightest. something will end up messing up or blah, 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 blah. It's just my luck with stuff, man. Yeah. I mean, my computer's been fine, dude, other than not being able to play like super graphically demanding games or this issue that I'm having now. Like that's why I wish that like I wish console gaming was a thing for me, but I can't play the games that I thoroughly enjoy. Come on, man, hurry up. I don't want to do this. So close to 67. 7. And I'm getting hungry because I could not eat dinner. Something about it was making me sick. Okay, well, I don't understand how this was a two-person group quest, but alright.
Great to meet you. Watch your back. Off with you.
Okay. What's up, Vet? How you doing, bro? Rosalino. Decided to come back to Terracar and finish out these stuff, then go back to the Grand. I need to do Setha calls. Yeah. Underbog. Honestly, at this point, dude, for a lot of the quests, like the dungeons, I would just wait until 70. Get the XP or get the money from them. And the rep. But I mean, if you need to do a dungeon, like, remember, dude, that's not what I wanted to do. Why am I not doing damage to this? Yeah. Ah. What am I looking for? Oh, that. Oh, I'm solid. I just bought some on auction house for my wife earlier. But when the time comes, warrior druid. So I'll need 8 bags for them in the future, but nothing to worry about right now. But how many characters, or the amount of characters my wife is going through? 4, 8, 12. A lot of bags. It's annoying. Well, the warrior, man, like, I know how to play a warrior very well. But man, the rogue is just so freaking fun right now. I don't know why. It just is. This will come in handy. This will come in handy. I don't know if I'm going to be able to solo this, but one try. Vet, did you say that you need some beard oil? Make an order, dude. Or a bar of soap or something. I'll send you a beard oil. You're fine, man. I highly recommend either the Fruity Pebbles or the Cherry Almond. Dude, Cherry Almond is sick. It's like Dr. Squatch, but better. Right back. Oh. What's wrong with the mini PC, Jimbus? Oh, the Linux stuff. Dude, I don't know if this is like a normal way to feel, but like you can go put what I want. She can do all that. Like whenever you take a shower and the way that your legs feel, like just clean, it's good stuff. I wouldn't worry about stuff like that, man. But yeah, just the BattleNet launcher with the TBC anniversary on it, if you're doing that. Ooh, I gotta cut my toenails. Ooh. Things could kill someone. True. Come on, bro, just come over here. Yeah. It's all good. Yeah, and Estrella, she was, what was it, today? I think it was today. She said, "Can you take me in the Dollar General? Give me a pair of headphones." I was like, dude, chill, be patient, wait. These kids don't know patience, man, but they're gonna have to. They're gonna have to. They have to learn patience. It's annoying, is what it is, and it makes me mad. Because, like, hang on. Yeah, because that makes total sense to me. Hmm? What? Dude, I don't. I've never even heard of Fedora until you said something the other day. I legitimately thought you was talking about the hat. So,
Remember the lessons of the past. Blessings upon your family.
oh, okay. I kind of get it. So Linux is more what you're getting at is Linux is more hands-on commands than just automatic, like you know what I mean. Maybe you might know what I mean, or maybe not. Yeah, so you got to do prompts in order. Like Linux gives you the full override to do X and Y, other than like Windows being like, oh well, here's this, but you don't know exactly what's coming with it. Okay. Yeah, as long as Steam and Battle.net is it already installed, then that'll be a bonus.
The Legion will fall. Remain vigilant. Dionys Akar. The Naru have not forgotten us. May your days be long. Chronokai Christor. Do not lose faith. Remember the lessons of the past.
Yeah, what we're gonna have to do, dude, is whenever you let me know whenever you send it out, and then whenever it gets here, I'll call you, video call, and we'll go on a basis, and I'll get Chelsea in here with me, so where she can sit and listen also. That'll be the best way, because dude, like with my short-term memory crap or whatever, dude. I just telling me anything right now is like beating a dead horse. Because I'm gonna come right back and I'm gonna be like, what did you say? What'd you say to me? What the heck? Sam known. He said, "Ay, ay, ay, ay." That puts me in mind of Ace Ventura Pet Detective 2. The White Devil. Come on, man. I'm hitting 68 tonight, one way or another. Don't care. What was that? Oh. I gotta like move to a different spot or what? Constantly eating, bro. Constantly. Oh, wait a minute. I just hit honored with the Undercity. Not Undercity. No, just hit friendly. What? What the heck? I thought I just hit honored. Oops. Gotta eat again. Nope. Oh, Zar, whatever her name is, Zaltath or blah blah blah. I just think it all looks like trash, man. Like, the only cool part about Midnight would be the Return of the Blood Elves, like the Sunwell stuff. Because none of it makes sense, bro. It's not WoW anymore. It's whatever Hongli and Ian, whatever they're doing to the game, they're ruining it. The only thing that's going to save WoW is a successful Classic Plus. And then they can build off of that. Yeah. How you doing, sir? I believe if Morheim has anything to do with Classic Plus, it's going to be good. The story, dude, has not made sense for so long. So long. But just like that interview with the Holly chick, dude, the Microsoft chick that is running Blizzard now, like she even said that like the woke stuff is what people want. And it's like, no, it isn't. It is not. That is not what the people want. We do not want the woke stuff. We want war. We want it to go back to this. Yeah, I know. I mean, she said... So, something that Holly said, she took Morheim stuff out of context. And she said that, Morheim said, what was it, Jimby? This doesn't feel like Warcraft anymore. Or wish that it wasn't Warcraft or something like that. But what he was meaning is that the trash that retail is not Warcraft. It's not Warcraft. That is not what it is. It's something else. Yes, and see, it was taken completely out of context because it is not Warcraft anymore. Yeah. So lame, dude. Like, they can take the woke stuff and keep taking WoW into the direction that they are and completely kill it. Like, I don't care. I mean... It should show them whenever their classic servers have more players individually than retail combined. They're not listening to the streamers and content creators that help them establish the game. Like, they're all saying, like, dude, nobody wants what retail's doing. If they would have done housing back whenever they very first mentioned it, which was in, I think it was Wrath, if they would have actually done something with that, and then, like, the story progressed or whatever, we'd be having a completely different conversation right now. But, like, they're trying to turn WoW into The Sims, Lemon Party, blah, blah, blah. Like, dude, it's just not, it's not, wow, man. Well, they can't mess up Burning Crusade because this is all post-nerf. There's literally nothing else that, there's nothing they can do to affect that, if that's what you're talking about. But the, wait a minute. Oh my, I've only got one of these. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm skeptical about ever playing Ascension again because of, I know it's going to get shut down, dude. The same with Turtle WoW, all of them. Blizzard is so crappy that they're going to go after all of it, and they will achieve it. So, like, if I'm going to play WoW, I have to get my fill either from them or in a way. That's not true, though, because Epoch was not in the United States either. The old vanilla servers, those were in Russia. Those were Russia servers, and they still found out a way to shut them down. The way that the corporate stuff works, they get what they want eventually. It may be a year from now, it may be 2 years from now, maybe 3 years from now, but eventually they will get what they want. They always do. And that's like with the Ashes of Creation thing, man. Like, I was on the fence about it. I still played it because, like, part of me, 1% of me was like, this ain't gonna happen. 99% of me was like, yes. I don't know. I mean, it is what it is. But I don't know. I think a lot of people is going to be really upset whenever it happens, man. Because on Nostalrius, the classic server that I played, like, dude, I loved it. I was logging in every single day. It felt like WoW, but they did a better job than what Blizzard ever did. And then all the lawsuits started happening. They found a way to do it, and they did it, and they took it away, and then they came out with their own stuff. Like, if they do Classic Plus, I'm telling you, man, like, I wish that I could make a bet. Yeah, I know that. And that's exactly how I feel like with Turtle and, you know, Ascension and all that. Like, they will figure out a way, and they will get them shut down, but then those people will end up working for Blizzard. That's just what I believe. But no matter what, WoW only keeps me intrigued and interested for so long. But I can tell you this, when Light No Fire comes out, no other video game is going to exist in my world ever again. It's only going to be light no fire forever until I get bored with it.
Hi. See you soon.
There we go. Oh, not that one. What's this? Hello. Hmm. Vendor trash. Yeah. It's not as good as that, but
Safe
whatever.
travel.
Okay, I'm gonna lay off of these for right now. I'm gonna go ahead and drop. Now we go back to the Grand. If they would do an annual like Burning Crusade wipe, like how they do with RuneScape, not RuneScape, EverQuest, P99, whatever it was, and they wiped the server and people had to start over level 1 again or whatever, dude, I'd do that with Burning Crusade every single year, non-stop. There's just fulfillment out of Burning Crusade that I don't get anywhere else. Okay. Oh yeah, I didn't do what I was going to do. Hmm. What? Freaking cat. Went the wrong way. But there's so many different things with Ascension that if they even applied it to like anything classic wise, it would make it so much more enjoyable. Just all around. But what I would like to see in the future, and it will never happen, is if they made classic plus standalone or free to play, if you would. No sub behind it, anything like that, but have like certain things in it. Like, let's say, not a character boost, but you know, something like that. Like how Ascension has XP potions and BOA gear and all that crap. Like if they added some elements to the game that gave people the option to pay money to support the servers or whatever, like that would give enough incentive for them to be all like, okay, well, we gotta do good, we gotta do better. But I know that that will not happen. It'll be locked behind a sub that nobody wants to pay for. Dude, if they did away with like classic style servers, they'd be screwed. They would have no income. None. The small majority, it's playing retail. The warbands thing is actually cool though. I like the warbands thing. That was a nice addition. But outside of that, everything about retail is poop. Yeah. That's true. Very true. Microslop. No, they don't. They care about money. It's all about money. Money, 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 money. Guarantee it. I mean, dude, when it comes down to it, people really aren't even playing Xbox anymore. Majority of people that I know, statistically, who has given up Xbox and went to PlayStation is like 90th percentile. A lot of people have made the jump, the switch, and got away from Microsoft or Microslop. I like that. Microslop. Pretty much. Not only that, but I mean, the majority of people also who has an Xbox or has a PC or whatever, you know, they don't have to have an Xbox for the majority of stuff. Guarantee it. Watch, dude, after the last Titan with WoW, watch them be like, this is the end of an era. There will be no more. I mean, dude, other than the Emerald Dream, what else can they do with WoW? Emerald Dream is the end. It's the end. There is no more. Yeah, I mean, after the last Titan, they have the Emerald Dream. That's it. They cannot do any, make up shit. Well, I mean, according to Holly, that's what they plan on doing. Dude, I want the franchise back that I grew up playing. I want that back. So I'm saying, if not for this right here, classic, anniversary, blah, 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 dude, they would be in the hole every single month. Blizzard would cease to exist. But I mean, maybe that's what Microsoft's trying to do. Well, I mean, well, that would be Blizzard's China branch, though, but their Western branch would go under. They wouldn't be able to afford the servers anymore, you know what I mean? Because let's face it, what is the Asian population compared to Western? Like when it comes to WoW, probably 10 times the amount, if not more than that. I was watching, who was it? Soda Poppin', Ampy. There was a couple of them that played the Chinese servers. Dude, why don't they do stuff like that with this WoW? So much more entertaining, dude. So much more entertaining. I don't think they was allowed to have Shadowlands, if that's what you're talking about. Because China strongly advocates against, like, death and all that stuff, and that's literally what Shadowlands was like being in hell, more or less. Dude, they don't even allow the undead to exist. They're skinned as humans, which would kind of be cool, but doesn't make sense. Yeah, no gore, nothing. Freaking China gotta ruin it for everybody. I'm joking. I mean, dude, at the end of the day, also, what are they doing to stop? What are they doing to stop, like, the Asians, and this isn't me being racist at all, but, like, stopping them from playing on US servers? They don't. It's supposed to be region locked, but it's not. Like the bots and stuff in retail, dude, they don't care anymore because it makes it look like there's actual people playing, and they're not. That's the other good part about the private servers, man, is like, they don't mess around with that crap. But that's the bad thing about private servers, is because it's free, you get banned, guess what? You just make another account. Because I don't think they IP man. Yeah, and are they actually really banning people? Or are they just saying that they are? Yeah. Like I said, I will not, like, whenever this progresses into Wrath of the Lich King, I will not be playing it. When it progresses into Cataclysm, will not be playing it. And so on and so forth. Burning Crusade is as far as I go. That's it. I didn't want to go back and play Classic Anniversary either. Well. Well, yeah, I mean, if people are blatantly cheating, like doing something to like legitimately cheat, then yeah, I can see that. But for the bots, they ain't going like, do you remember back in the day, multi-boxing? They would ban for multi-boxing. They would ban for the mafia stuff, ruining the in-game economy, but they don't do any of that anymore. All right, so we're done with that. I'm not doing Durn yet. I'm going to collectively do everything until it's all elite quests. The AI stuff is just getting out of control, man. Oh. Blizzard hasn't cared for a long time. Awesome. Leave me alone. I don't want to waste time when you start. Sure. Yeah, that's true too. Blizzard is just, all in all, a terrible company anymore. I do remember back in the day, man, like a lot of the stuff that people asked for Burning Crusade, they got because they listened to the community. Yeah. Dude, that should be a requirement, in my opinion. In order to be a dev for a game, you need to, like, play the game. Yeah. You should be required to know the game well, love it, and whatever in order to be a dev. Or at least have something to add. Nothing too far-fetched. Actually, nothing far-fetched at all. Yeah. I have the same philosophy on, or the same take on, like, being president of the United States. You can't be too young, can't be too old. You have to be within the current generation that's going through it. So where the country can be better ran on an understanding of knowing the in-between of the time before and what's to come, if that makes sense. I think that that would do the United States justice. Somebody like, I'm not saying JD Vance, but somebody around his age, you know, like under 50 or around 50. We're not talking in their 70s or freaking 80s, but there's got to be a cutoff point. And you have to have knowledge about what's going on in the world and how to make the U.S. citizen be able to live better. But it's like with the game stuff. Like what we're talking about or whatever. Yeah. Well, I mean, when somebody kicks a leg out from underneath of them, they'll... Well, no. That's just wishful thinking. I was gonna say, when somebody kicks a leg out from underneath of them, they'll realize, like, oh man, well, it can happen. But we all know it's not gonna happen. Yeah. Yeah, I was watching a couple content creators, man, play Guild Wars 2, and like it just looks like a different game. It looks more polished, like with the mounts and stuff, and like it just looks like a completely different game. But I don't know, man. The only MMO that I ever feel like I will always go back to is WoW. WoW, there will never be a WoW killer other than WoW itself, and it's coming to that point. And I feel like whatever, dude, whenever Midnight releases and people realize that, holy crap, dude, like, it's done, then Blizzard's going to shift their focus. They're going to end up shifting their focus, and they're going to panic, And they're going to be like, well, we need to implement something like blah, 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 blah. That's going to backfire because it's already too late. Like I said, the only redemption that Blizzard is going to have on WoW, hands down, is a true classic plus that shifts the timeline and doesn't go into all the other crap. That's going to be the only way they can redeem it. And with Morheim, like, I believe it is possible. Now, the big benefactor there is how much does Microsoft get to dabble? How much say so? How much are they going to implement? Or are they going to let the team actually do what they did to make WoW good and make them more money? Yeah. I mean, Burning Crusade, if it was any other version of WoW, I would say I totally get it. I totally understand. But I mean, if you enjoyed Burning Crusade as much as I do and a lot of other people do, it's worth the sub. It's worth the character boost. But like I said, I will never give Blizzard another dime. So until they come out with something like a Classic Plus, then I'll do it. But that's like when my time runs out. If one of you want to give me a sub, cool. Or, you know, the money for a sub, cool. But I'm not going to do it. Even if I'm like, dude, oh my gosh, I need a sub. Like, I'm not doing it. I just want to be entertaining and I want to enjoy what I'm doing. And as of right now, I am loving this so much. And knowing that my wife is playing WoW again, it makes it better. Because we played WoW together at one point in time, dude, and it was really fun. This is the third, yeah. Microsoft seems very hands-off. Xbox is reducing 70% profit. Yeah. I can tell you this though, dude. I'm calling this right now. When WoW, not if, because it's going to happen, when WoW comes to console, anything retail-wise is totally on top of screwed right now. It is totally 100% washed. It's good. Like, people on PC will no longer play it. I don't care if they are, oh, so obsessed with the housing and all that crap. It'll be done. But, Jimby, do you see the pattern, though? Why this is their third time doing it? Because people don't care about the modern crap. They want the good stuff. This is the good stuff. That too. But even with the last classic, you know, the progression or whatever, whenever it went into Wrath, the player base dropped. Because, like, in all actuality, Burning Crusade was the first and the last great expansion. People can argue it all they want, but you can go look at the statistics, and the statistics is what shows. Well, okay, I should reiterate that. For the United States, for North America. Yeah, because it had direct ties to Burning Crusade. It was the future redemption arc of Illidan. Or however you want to go about it. I don't know. It's weird how that worked out. Birthday month is coming up and it's gonna freaking suck. Should we do save the beard or shave the beard? Collectively. If certain goals are met, save the beard. Shave? Well, that's always been my thing. Like, if I do shave, no one will donate. Because a lot of people wants me to keep my beard. Brings out a good time, but those songs of past can't relive them. The bucket list. Yeah. That'll never happen. Like, I'll have like a tiny little scruff. That's clean shaven. Never gonna happen. Then you'll see my double chin look like a giant egg. See, my take on that is when Burning Crusade first came out, I was so young, dude. I was super, super young. And as an adult now, like, I'm noticing... Yeah. I'm noticing different things about the game that I didn't notice back then. So, like... It's not fresh, obviously, but I get to have a different outlook on it. And all throughout Burning Crusade, I was the main tank, but now I'm DPSing and I'm doing different stuff, you know, taking on a different role and all that. Honestly, miss the military. What do you mean? I know a lot of people, dude, that misses being in the military, man. I think it's normal for the majority of people. I mean, it's a lifestyle.
Blood and thunder, farewell, victory, strength, roll for the whole.
You can leave the army, or you can leave the military, but the military don't leave you. Is that the saying? Good morning, Aaron. Yeah, dude. So, like, it's a different... I mean, it don't feel like it's a different game. It feels like the same game. But it just feels like... you know more now, or something. Same for the hood, true. I mean, dude, I grew up in the ghetto, man. The Getta, the ghetto. Oh yeah, dude. Classic Plus. I'm like you and I was talking about, dude. It's coming. It'll be coming this year. Whenever midnight gets boring and yada yada yada. When they hit their content drought, they'll be like, Classic Plus, you guys didn't see this one coming. Didn't see that one coming at all. We got you. And you hear Dave Chappelle. My eyes are irritating me really bad. Really, really bad. Dude, my lips won't quit being dry. Again, dude, we don't even know if that's from Blizzard, but we feel like it is from Blizzard. But they just didn't want their trademark on it just in case. But I kind of feel the same way. I feel like it's a test. But here's the thing with Classic Plus, even if they do rush things, they have the money and the assets and the workers to be able to fix things on the fly. Emergency maintenance, 3 times a day, whatever. They have the resources to be able to do it. Unlike with like Pantheon, for example, weekly emergency maintenance or maintenances. Yep. Well, they're also starting to see that even the classic servers is falling off. You know, like what am I supposed to be doing here? Blades ruins. Oh. On here. What am I doing up here? Oh, dude. Came to the wrong place, bro. It's all good. I can go over here and turn in and accept. I just want my eyes to quit bugging. They're bugging pretty bad. I mean, yeah. I don't know, man. Again, I loved Season of Discovery. I just wish that I would have played it differently. Because I went all in with like so many different characters. And I feel like if I did not do so many different characters, man, I would have been one of the last standing people playing it. I really enjoyed it. but they screwed up a whole bunch of stuff. Was not delivering content quick enough.
And honor. Go with honor. Mokra. May your blades never know. Loktar.
Mokra.
Be safe. Strength. Be safe.
Upra. Tim McGraw. I mean, dude, they were doing fantastic stuff, but things happen. I'll do that later. Will I be able to solo this? That is the question.